Episode 5, Edition. We pick up right after the last episode left off. Peter stands at Venom and Carnage. He can't believe it. Eddie, he's back. After all those months, Venom is back. He will say, Eddie? And Venom says that they will finally destroy Spider-Man. Before Peter can do anything, Venom shoots a giant strand of webbing, knocking Spider-Man back. Despite Peter's attempts to reason with his friend, a fight breaks out between Venom, Carnage, and Spider-Man. Throughout the fight, Peter will be trying to break through to Eddie, telling him that this is not like him. He doesn't have to do this, but Eddie refuses to listen. With the symbiote brought back into his life, that toxic part of himself is back. Venom is refusing to listen to reason, and he is determined to destroy Spider-Man, whatever it takes. We see how Carnage seems to be enjoying this, where Cletus was already a deranged serial killer. Being infected with the symbiote only enhances these qualities. He creates multiple symbiote weapons, wailing on Spider-Man relentlessly as both he and Venom pin him down. They are both too much for Peter, and he is no match for the combined might of both of his enemies. After recognizing that he can't win this battle, Peter barely manages to shoot a web in the air before he web slings to safety. Captain Stacy arrives on the scene with a team of squad cars, but they are all overpowered by the blunt force of Carnage, knocking each officer unconscious to the ground. As Carnage and Venom regroup, Cletus wants to continue causing chaos. He is loving the power that the symbiote is giving him, and he wants to use it more. Cletus's deranged mind, enhanced with the symbiote's sadistic qualities, make him a deadly combination. Cletus suggests that he continues causing trouble, and with Venom's help, they could kill millions, trillions of people. Eddie is horrified to see the monster that he helped create. He is responsible for all the destruction that Carnage has caused, and Venom is having none of it. He tells Carnage that they have to stay focused. Their priority is to kill Spider-Man, and only Spider-Man. They will not put more innocent lives in the crossfire. Carnage has gotten tired of Venom, and says that from now on, he'll do things by himself. Venom tries to stop him as a fight breaks out. Eddie tries his best, but the symbiote's negative emotions into Cletus make him stronger. The Carnage symbiote is stronger than the Venom symbiote due to it being younger and faster and less time to reproduce. Cletus and the symbiote have one shared goal, and Venom is knocked back to the ground. Carnage says that if he sees that pesky Spider-Man, he'll kill him, but from now on, he's doing things his way as he jumps out of the building into the night. We cut to a scene with Captain Stacy sitting, looking over some paperwork in his office when Spider-Man comes in. He tells Captain Stacy that they have to discuss the current situation. Both Venom and Carnage are running wild on the street, and Stacy is doing his best to keep the situation under wraps, but it isn't easy. He's devoted all his resources to tracking them both, but he admits he could use Spider-Man's help. Despite public opinion is not good against the web-slinger right now, he is confident that if the two of them work together, they can finally manage to stop the symbiote epidemic. Spider-Man says that they can focus on Carnage later, but he needs to find Venom. He knows there's good in Eddie, and Peter's confident that if he talks to him, he can reach him, and maybe he could tell them what Carnage is planning. Stacy agrees that would be good, and wishes Spider-Man good luck before he swings away. We then cut to Midtown High, where Peter arrives late. He bumps into MJ in the corridors, who playfully asks him where he's been. It seems like he keeps disappearing. Peter brushes it off and says that he's just been really busy with work. We can tell that MJ, throughout this whole season, has been struggling to tell Peter that she knows his secret, but right now, she's been trying to hide it. She knows why Peter does what he does now, but it's difficult for her when now she's seeing it from his point of view. She knows what he's doing right now, trying to stop Venom and Carnage, and she understands. We then cut to a scene with Michael Morbius, where he is counting the pieces of tech in the inventory and notices that several parts have gone missing. He will talk to MJ about this after finding it odd, and she says that it's a job for Roderick Kingsley and anyone else who is handling the finances. Michael will say that it's too much equipment that could just go missing without Kingsley realizing it, but MJ suggests that they drop it and let the professionals handle this. However, Michael doesn't drop it and keeps digging. He will ask Kingsley about this, who says that it's none of his business and to not worry about it. However, Michael continues digging. His curiosity has gotten the better of him, and he wants to know what is going on with Roderick Kingsley. We later cut to Peter as he returns home, still healing his bruises. With his spider powers, they should all be healed really soon, but he needs to find Venom and Carnage before they do any more damage. Luckily, Aunt May isn't back from Feast yet, so he has the house to himself for the moment. Peter will be looking up news reports on what Venom's been up to so far, and he learns that he has been in contact with his therapist, Dr. Kafka, who keeps following him despite his attempts to get her to go away. She thinks she can break through to him, which is why she is sticking so close to him. Peter thinks about where would he go if he was Eddie and realizes that after he got fired from ESU was where this all started. He needs to go to ESU if he wants to find out where Venom is heading next. Meanwhile, Michael breaks into Kingsley's office after hours to do some more investigating. After hacking into his computer, he finds that there have been several off-the-book sales for the tech that's going missing. So the tech hasn't disappeared, but Kingsley is selling them to different buyers. After doing some more research, Michael learns the sale will be happening at ESU later today at the bottom floor. So Michael decides to go there and stop the sale. After hours of swinging through the city, Spider-Man finally makes it to ESU, where he sees, surprisingly, Michael Morbius there, behind several crates. Spider-Man questions what Michael is doing here, but before he can say anything, Venom lunges toward him. Michael is pushed out of the way as Spider-Man and Venom engage in combat. As they both trade blows, Peter continues trying to reason with Eddie, but Venom says the only way he'll ever be free is if he can stop Spider-Man, and finally get rid of that toxic part in his life. Dr. Kafka follows Venom behind, trying to reason with him. She says that it wasn't Spider-Man that unleashed this darkness into him, it was the symbiote. It was corrupting his mind and he needs to let it out. Venom tells her to go away. He'll handle this. As they continue trading blows, the lower floor on ESU starts to crumble. Pieces of rubble begin to fall and one is about to hit Michael. Peter pushes Venom out of the way to save Michael from the rubble. As the smoke clears, Venom decides that he can't do this anymore. He can't deal with this conflict inside him, and he escapes, taking Dr. Kafka with him. Spider-Man knows that there's more work to be done. Carnage is still out there, but he needs to stop them as the episode ends.